This is huge news for Pokemon Go. Get this. Today we have the February content update, new Mega Pokemon announced during the Go Tour, and the information for the Carnival of Flamigo event in Pokemon Go, which brings a really cool Pokemon to the game. Okay, so this new event, the Carnival of Flamigo, is happening on Tuesday, February 3rd at 10 a.m. to Sunday, February 8th at 8 p.m. local time. Nice little 5-day event. And the new Pokemon that we will get, Flamigo. I love this. Flamigo is dope. Flamingos are really, really cool. So I'm in. This is good. The event bonuses for this include 2 times incense duration, 2 times daily adventure incense duration, 500 additional Stardust for catching Flamigo, and an increased chance of encountering Shiny Lotad, Shiny Spritzee, and Shiny Pick-a-Peck. And this, by the way, I'm just gonna butt in real quick. This is the new format for Pokemon Go events, and they're using it for every single event. It hasn't always been like this, but it looks like it's probably always gonna be like this in the future, where we get an event, we get some bonuses, we get one single brand new Pokemon debuted, and then we get increased shiny odds for a couple of Pokemon in the wild. So just know that this is probably how all the events in 2026 are going to be, with the exception of special big events like the Go Tour, which we'll talk about today. Okay, wild encounters for this event will include Lotad, Baniri, Pick-a-Peck, Spritzee, and Flamigo. So you can get Flamigo in the wild. You get an extra 500 Stardust for catching it. So if you need Stardust, this is a great event. And then also double the daily incense if you still need your Galarian birds.
Do you know what costs more than chasing legendaries across the world or new shiny Pokemon? Your phone bill. That's why today's video is brought to you by Mint Mobile. As you know, I've spent thousands of dollars on Pokemon Go events, raids, travel to events, and some could say I've overspent on this Pokemon, Eternatus, which cost $1,000 to max out. But my phone plan is one thing I am not planning on overpaying for. Mint Mobile gives you unlimited talk and text on the nation's largest 5G network, which means great connection when you're trying to catch that Shundo Rayquaza, which I got, or coordinate raids with the homies. And one of the best parts is you can get Mint Mobile right now for only $15 a month with a 3, 6, or 12-month plan. Premium wireless without the premium price tag, which we all pay for the Pokemon we catch. Plus, super easy, everything's done online. You can sign up with eSIM from your home in minutes, keep your number and contacts when you switch, and actually use your money on the stuff that matters, like raid passes. And right now, for a limited time, you can get 50% off an unlimited premium wireless plan with Mint Mobile. All you gotta do, use the link in the description. And remember, this is a limited time offer, and there is upfront payment required and taxes and fees apply. Thank you to Mint Mobile for today's sponsor, and good luck on your hunts and your connection.
There will also be a free timed research, which will give you 2 incense, Stardust, and encounters with event-themed Pokemon, so that's fun. And then there's a $5 paid timed research, which will give you 1 star piece, an event-themed avatar pose, encounters with event-themed Pokemon, and more. And the pose looks like you're shaking Pokeball maracas, right? Is kind of what the vibe is. I will say this does not seem like it's worth $5, and it kind of feels like Pokemon Go is starting to lean into the cosmetic trend, because every game like Fortnite, Arc Raiders, all of these games make all of their money on selling cosmetics, so in-game skins and emotes and stuff like that. In Pokemon Go, because you don't really do much with your character, I guess I feel like we all kind of don't care as much about the cosmetics in Pokemon Go, but I know some people really do. And it seems like maybe Scopely is gonna lean pretty hard into that this year. I'm predicting that now, because $5 for a star piece and some event Pokemon encounters is crazy. But I think they're charging for that event pose, so that's happening. But that's that event. Now, let's talk about February in Pokemon Go. It's going to be pretty exciting. For starters, we've got in the Dynamax battles, Wailmer from February 2nd to 6th, Growlithe, which is a brand new Dynamax Pokemon, from February 9th to the 16th, Machop from the 6th to the 23rd, and Chansey from the 23rd to the 2nd. And also every week, right, we've got Max Mondays. So every Monday from 6 to 7 p.m. local time, these will be appearing more often. So you've got all those. They all can be shiny. That's cool. Raid bosses will be interesting. In the raids, we've got Incarnate Form Landorus, which can be shiny, from February 4th to the 16th. And then look who's back. We've got Solgaleo from February 16th to the 21st, and Lunala from February 21st to March 4th. Solgaleo and Lunala are very, very important Pokemon, mainly for the fusion. Dawn Wing's Necrozma, which is what you get when you fuse a Lunala with a Necrozma, is the #1 overall best Ghost-type attacker in Pokemon Go, and it is an absolute monster in general. Lunala, by the way, which you can get in raids, is actually the 7th best overall ghost type in the game too. So it's a really powerful Pokemon. Lunala, definitely worth raiding and definitely worth getting a lot of and a lot of candy for. Solgaleo, on the other hand, isn't that great by itself. You do need to fuse it with a Necrozma in order to make it good. But if you do fuse it with Necrozma, you get a Duskmane Necrozma, which is the 3rd best steel type in Pokemon Go, which is also very, very useful. So both of these are great, especially if you fuse them. I don't think we're going to have the ability to fuse them this month in February. Like, I don't think there's going to be an event for that, you know, because we just had the black and white Kyurem fusion event, so I'm sure it'll be a minute until we get the Solgaleo Lunala one. But really important, if you can afford it, both with time and money, important to do these raids for Solgaleo and Lunala and get them so that you can fuse them later on. Just remember, though, that A, these two cannot be shiny in raids, which is unfortunate because they have great shinies. And B, when you fuse them with a Necrozma, the fusion, like the Dawn Wings Necrozma, will take on the shiny and the IVs of the Necrozma. So you don't really have to worry about getting a shiny Solgaleo or Lunala, because it doesn't exist in Pokemon Go. And you don't really have to worry about getting a good IV Solgaleo or Lunala, because regardless, when you fuse it, it's going to take on the IVs of the Necrozma. And if you fuse it with a shiny Necrozma, it will be a shiny, like Dawn Wings or Duskmane. So just know. But if you're going to try to get good IVs for either one of the two, Lunala would be the best one, because it is by itself one of the best ghost types, but it's better if it's fused. So just kind of a heads up on all of that. And then raid hours, by the way, Landorus incarnate form will be from February 4th to the 11th. And if I'm not mistaken, Landorus is also... Now, Therian form is good. This incarnate form is not. So if you want candy for Landorus, feel free to raid it. It can be shiny. And then Solgaleo on February 18th, and then Lunala on February 25th for the raid hours. So again, Solgaleo, Lunala, good candy to get. Well, kind of good candy to get. Also, too, when you go to power up your Dawn Wings Necrozma or Duskmane Necrozma, like this guy right here, when you go to power this thing up, you're using Necrozma candy. So technically, you don't even need Solgaleo or Lunala candy. So maybe don't raid them. Just get a couple so that you have some to fuse. All right, Mega Raids in the month of February. We've got Mega Pidgeot from February 4th to the 16th, Mega Sableye from the 16th to the 21st, and Mega Absol from February 21st to the 4th. This may seem a little underwhelming, but it's because we've got big new Pokemon coming in February later on in the month. We'll talk about that in a second. For starters, though, Shadow Regigigas, which can be Shadow Shiny, will be in Shadow Raids from February 1st to March 4th, so just know that you've got that. Spotlight hours for the month include Whismur with 2x Catch Candy on February 3rd. Shout out to my friend Whismur. Munna, February 10th with 2x Catch XP. Horsey, February 17th with 2x Transfer Candy. Totodile, my fiance's favorite, February 24th with 2x Catch Stardust. So that is really, really nice. And then the events for the month of February include February Community Day, which is on February 1st. The Community Day, by the way, is Vulpix and Alolan Vulpix. If you haven't heard, it is February 1st from 2 to 5 p.m. local time. Vulpix and Alolan Vulpix will be spawning in the wild. The bonuses for that include 3x XP for catching Pokemon, really big XP day, 2x candy for catching Pokemon, 2x the chance of getting Candy XLs. Incense lasts for 3 hours. There's going to be snapshots. Lure modules last for 1 hour. You get an extra special trade, and trades cost 50% less. So really, really great community day. 3x Catch XP is crazy. February 3rd through 8th will be the Carnival of Flamigo event. February 7th will be a Catch Mastery event. Curious about that. February 10th to the 15th will be Valentine's Day. February 14th will be a raid day. Valentine's Day raid day. Probably going to skip that, unfortunately. February 15th will be Max Battle Day. The 17th to the 21st will be the Lunar New Year event. And then February 28th to March 1st will be the Pokemon Go Tour Kalos Global event. And there is an in-person one, and I will be at that. And this is what you can expect. Check this out. New Mega Pokemon coming to Pokemon Go during the Go Tour. We've got 2 new Megas, Mega Victory Bell and Mega Malamar, making their Pokemon Go debuts at the Go Tour, which is really cool because if I'm not mistaken, Victory Bell and Malamar are like brand new megas, right? Because in Pokemon Legends Z through A, they announced a bunch of new mega Pokemon, which we'll cover in a future video. And yes, Mega Victory Bell is a brand new mega. This is not one of the ones we've been waiting for. This is a brand new one, which is super duper exciting. Like brand new to the Pokemon universe. So it's cool that we're getting that. And Malamar as well. Mega Malamar is also brand new. Mega Malamar is a Dark and Psychic, which is a very, very cool dual mega. And then Mega, where are you? Victory Bell is a Grass Poison, which is another very cool Mega. If you are going to the LA or Tainan event for the Go Tour, you will get first dibs at these new Mega Pokemon. So I will be at the tour. I will be getting these new Megas first, which is great. Check out the videos. We'll have it up here. So that's super duper cool. And then they'll be available from February 28th. Oh, I'm sorry. During the Go Tour Global event, you can get the 2 during the Global. The Mega Victory Bell will be on February 28th, and Mega Malmar will be on March 1st. So you'll only have those 2 days to get the Mega Raids done, to get that into your Pokedex and get the Mega Energy. And as always, during the Go Tour, there is going to be a location background. So that's what I'll be hunting for, is like a brand new Mega Victory Bell or Malmar with the Los Angeles location card, which would be cool. And this kind of makes sense. I don't know if you remember, but when we initially announced the Go Tour information here on the channel, they said that there was like this Mega Night event that was a completely separate event that you had to like pay extra for in order to take part in, which I thought was dumb. I still think is kind of dumb, but this maybe makes a little bit more sense because during Mega Night, the Mega Raid Night in LA and in Tainan, this will obviously include the 2 brand new Mega Pokemon, Victory Bell and Malmar. And apparently, trainers who participate in in-person Mega Raids during Mega Night will have a chance of receiving a special location background after making a successful catch. So it looks like we will get location card backgrounds for the Go Tour event in person and location card backgrounds, different one potentially, for the Mega Night in person. So I will be doing that as well, and we'll see if that's worth the extra like $8 or $10. And there's also like a special gift that you can get in person by showing your QR code to event staff. I wonder what that's going to be. And once again, you can get these new Megas during the Go Tour Kalos Global event. Once again, Mega Victory Bell on February 28th. Mega Malmar on March 1st. There's going to be new special backgrounds as well for people who get these out of the global raids. So it's going to be like a special background, not a location background. I'm curious to see what that will look like. I'm sure it will be very, very cool. And there's also some other things happening during the Go Tour as well. We've got Pikachu wearing Kalim's hat, Pikachu wearing Serena's hat, Honedge and Xerneas can have backgrounds inspired by Pokemon X. Very cool. And then there's going to be Pikachu wearing Kalim's hat, Pikachu wearing Serena's hat, Honedge and Yveltal. Honedge and Yveltal can have a background inspired by Pokemon Y. So Xerneas, Yveltal will have special backgrounds, and they're different for each one, which is cool. And then all Pokemon caught from Mega Raids can have a background inspired by Mega Evolution. So there's going to be a Mega Evolution specific background. I don't know what these look like. I'm very curious. I'm a huge background hunter, so we are absolutely going to go for that. Also, too, there's a branching special research where you're going to choose to pursue either the X version medal or the Y version medal. And if you complete your event special research, you'll get an encounter with a Xerneas that has a special background inspired by Pokemon X, or a Yveltal that has a special background inspired by Pokemon Y, depending on the medal that you choose. So when you do get that, you know, you either will get Yveltal or Xerneas. I like Yveltal better, way better personally, and I think it's more useful too. And you will get a guaranteed background. So that's super cool. Also, we do not know exactly how good these new Mega Pokemon are going to be in Pokemon Go, but Reese, we like use a little bit of AI, Reese used some AI to see if we can get like a prediction for it. So when it comes to Mega Victory Bell, we're predicting it's going to max out at about 3,952 CP. So it's going to be good and useful, but maybe not like, you know, it's not like meta breaking or anything like that. And then Mega Malmar will probably be somewhere around like 3,554, so like 3,500. So both of these Pokemon aren't going to be like insane megas or like super duper useful, but they have useful typings. Once again, Mega Victory Bell is a grass and poison. We definitely don't have that many grass and poison type megas. I'm sorry, we don't have that many good poison type megas, but I think Venusaur is it not? Well, if it's not, then we got that. And then Malmar is dark and psychic. We have great dark type megas like Tyranitar. We have great psychic type megas like Latios and Latios. So Malmar is just going to be just like a cool thing to get. Won't be super useful. But those are the new Pokemon and how they're coming to Pokemon Go. And if you're excited, let me know in the comments and check out these other videos right here on screen. Keep the party going. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.